A dog diggy. You know you just log on to Aromatic Realistic TV right here on YouTube. Please subscribe and press the little button at the top so you know what time anything posts. You know that name, notification. It's a boy Mr. Alexa represent. Yes!
Reality check, man, from your device, you know, it's a unique one, Aromatic Realistic TV. Anyway, my peeps, today we want to take a look into the SSL saga. Because it seems like these people are taking us, the Jamaican people, for food. I know when the Prime Minister released this statement, he was in Washington, D.C., in the United States of America. And I know when he's at certain place, he speak a certain kind of way. Because we know I know we him a talk to. When him come up with this hate speech thing. He was in Washington, D.C., in the United States of America. So he sent that out there over the airway. Because it seemed like he was appealing to a group of people. But it was not the Jamaican people. It was not the Jamaican people. So we don't know what is the destruction of the SSL saga. Because we also heard that them a mine gold over in where Clarendon or St. Elizabeth. One of those places we hear that a Canadian company is mining for gold in Jamaica. I am not far into that story yet because I don't come and tell people nonsense. But when I get down into that gold story, then I will break that news and break my silence more on that. So as I said, I don't know what's the distraction because there is so much things is going on in Jamaica where they throw one after the other to get us distracted. But I want the Jamaican people to make them aware. No more 9-day wonder around here. We're gonna hold them foot to the fire and we're gonna hold them accountable. So we're not showing no story. We don't feel say 9 days and it gone. No, we are here to keep those stories in the atmosphere and keep them fresh in the back of the mind of our people. Anyway, we are going to look in the investigation at SSL. What is the most important step in a crime scene investigation? What is the most important step in a crime scene investigation? We know that the first 24 hours to 48 hours is the most critical time on a crime scene to make sure you dot the I and cross the T and take away all the evidence that you possibly can to preserve it so you can bring an arrest to prosecute. The first 24 hours leading up to 48 is the most critical time in a crime scene investigation. And what they do, they secure the scene. So the first officer, detective, crime victim unit arrive at the scene. What they should do, secure the scene by making sure that everyone in that area is safe. To make sure everyone and everything in that area is safe. And isolate the area to preserve the evidence. This may include arresting suspect and obtain whatever you can obtain from that scene. You hear what I just say? The first officer to arrive at the scene should secure the scene by making sure that everyone in that area is safe and isolated the area to preserve the evidence. This may include arresting suspect and obtaining all the evidence. So if the SSL thing break, almost a year now come January. Now we hear say 5 laptop or computer gone. That not have nothing to do to us as the Jamaican people. The 5 laptop are gone, our computer, what that not have nothing to do with the Jamaican people and the investigation. Because we know that from the first time when we get that news that SSL thief billions from client, that crime scene was investigated. So therefore all that material that they gather from then should be under police lockup. So if a man good enough and thief a million computer, it not have nothing to do with the investigation. It no matter how much computer them go there and take now, it not have nothing to do with the investigation, Jamaica. Because remember, as I stated, the first 24 to 48 hours is the most critical and crucial to a crime scene investigation. And that is almost a year now when they deal with that. So it no matter what them go in at this time now go do, that not have nothing to do with the investigation, because there is nowhere on God earth evidence can still in there. So at this time, no evidence can in there, so at this time. You understand what I say? So the question is, who is Nigel Clarke and Andrew Holness protecting? That's the question we need to ask them, Jamaica. Who is Nigel Clarke and Andrew Holness protecting? Is Andrew Holness and Nigel Clarke protecting themselves? Or Crosby? Those are the questions we need to ask. Andrew is the Prime Minister. Nigel Clarke is the Minister of Finance. So Nigel Clarke responsible to make sure that people money is safe. So Nigel Clarke and Andrew Holness peck in at this. Andrew, you are the Prime Minister. Nigel Clarke is there to make sure that all of these financial institutions regulate and following the rules of law. That's the role of Nigel Clarke, and to make sure that people money is being protected. But let me tell you something else. And the question we need to ask, what was the Financial Investigation Division doing over there? What was the Financial Investigation Division doing over there? Because to my knowledge, they must be over there in January. And now they come tell me say man broke with and gone with laptop and where and information and where. Uno can't tell with that. Damn junk but damn no fool. They say if you want to know your friend live on a roadside and farm junk. The Financial Investigation Division by now, them have every information under lock and key. So uno no come give with them analysis story, but man gone with computer. We not them could have want to take for the whole building at this time. If somebody want to come and take away the whole building, remove it, it don't have nothing to do with the investigation. Because all the evidence was gathered from the first time when we get this disturbing news that SSL robbed billions of dollars from poor people. But Jamaica, I want to freshen on the memory and remember that I think it was the Financial Investigation Division, Someone sent Nigel Clarke a piece of document and he received the document by email and he also received it by a carrier, a DHL, whatever carrier is in Jamaica. And Nigel Clarke remarks when this break is that he did not get that piece of document. Now, Jamaica, what a piece of coincidence to know that such an important document sent to the Minister of Finance. They send it by email and they send it by carrier service. Somebody got deliver it over there. And the man say him never get it. And in that documents, it was telling the financial minister that they need to remove the license from SSL because SSL is going on with criminal activities over there. The document that Nigel Clarke received was to inform Nigel Clarke that SSL was going on with criminal activities over there and their license was supposed to be suspended or them take it away. Jamaica, what a coincidence. What a coincidence, Jamaica. Nigel Clarke said he was not aware. But when they start to dig and dig, Nigel Clarke come out a week after and say him find the letter in a one cabinet. Nigel Clarke said he did not receive an email and he did not receive this piece of document from the carrier service. He has never seen it, but 2 weeks or a week after, Nigel Clarke said he found the piece of document. So Nigel Clarke now have no credibility. Nigel Clarke and Holness are the two thieves thing in Jamaica. Nigel Clarke said he did not receive that piece of document that was supposed to regulate and take away the license from SSL because they found out that SSL was in criminal activities and not supposed to perform any business activities in Jamaica. Nigel Clarke said he didn't find the letter. But a week after, Nigel Clarke find it. So them not have no credibility. Anyway, I want to bring back your attention to a pattern that the Prime Minister of Jamaica is developing. I want to bring back your attention to a pattern that the Prime Minister of Jamaica is developing. I don't know if anybody else is taking note, but as me say, me no make anything pass me. You understand what me say? When the Integrity Commission first come out with a report on the Prime Minister of Jamaica, Andrew Holness, then find Andrew Holness in criminal activities. Andrew Holness have 5 companies while he was working for the government of Jamaica. He was, I think, the Minister of Education. And the Integrity Commission find him guilty in wrongdoing. Operating 5 companies while he was employed by the government. And we know that it's conflict of interest. Conflict of interest. The report also stated that the Prime Minister has recommended one of his company in Western Construction Limited for government contract while he was the Minister of Education. Andrew Holness himself recommending Western Construction Limited for government contract. And when the Integrity Commission was to release that finding, you remember what happened? You don't remember what happened? The Prime Minister was not in Jamaica. The Prime Minister was not in Jamaica. And after the report release, and him come back in the country, him go to the Labour Right headquarters at Belmont Road. And then gather up some Labour Right up there. Our Prime Minister stand strong and the Prime Minister stand firm and in give speech. You can't just go around and try to tarnish and then go put more rules in place for do and do. And the whole Jamaica come out from the Integrity Commissioner. The people them, in the high echelons of society, the PSOJ, the oligarchs, come out and say, nobody did not wrong. The Prime Minister was in criminal activities. But you run on the mouth and quiet it down. When that report was about to release, the Prime Minister was not here. And after the report release, then couple days him flying back. And in Labour Right entourage meet him at Belmont Road like him strong. Brother, you're weak like a rat. I want you to take a look back at couple days ago. When we have the heavy rain and flood. And most of the country flood out. Road mash up and everything. The Prime Minister was not in the Highland again. Remember a couple days ago when we have that heavy rain and the flood and so much Jamaican flood out of their house, roads deteriorate and mash up, landslide and slippery. The Prime Minister was not here. I wonder if you see the train where they take place. When the Integrity Commission of a release the Prime Minister in criminal activity, he was not here. The big rain and flood, him never there here. What a coincidence. Uno no know say. When they hide and go up a SSL and go mash out the window them and they try to make false alarm, go in there say then go take out computer. Uno no know say the Prime Minister in there. Let me tell you what I say again. Me say, when they go up a SSL and go mash out the window them up there and say then take out computer. The Prime Minister ain't there. The Prime Minister ain't there. So we have to start sit down and study and say, okay, the Prime Minister of Jamaica is developing this pattern where anytime something to break in a Jamaica, when he come out and give a speech immediately, he's not here. He's not here. What a coincidence. When the Integrity Commission of a release, when they find him in a wrongdoing, he's not there. When the flood rain fall the other day and mash up the place and flood out people, he's not there. When they go up a SSL, go mash out the window them and go in there, go do what them for do. The Prime Minister never there. So what we are asked them, the EPA camera them will run around the SSL business, the surveillance camera them will run around the SSL building. Where then there? Where the footage in there? You don't come show with the footage them, na man. Come show with the footage them because we don't see a 21st century and we have everything to catch a criminal them because you transform everything, brother. So with the camera then they come show with the camera them, man. But we see what they go on. But we see who go up there. But take out the computer them because that whole entire building, you know, under surveillance. Because if there was none before, after the criminal, the ice what then take down up there. That means to say the place would flood with camera. So we see the pattern what the Prime Minister they take. And if you take key notes and watch them thing here. So anytime that certain things will break and certain things will happen, the Prime Minister not there. What a coincidence. What a coincidence. What a coincidence. Eh? What is the most important step in a crime scene investigation, Jamaica? What is the most important step in a crime scene investigation, Jamaica? Is to secure the scene, and the first officer or detective that arrive on the scene should secure the scene by making sure that everyone in that area is safe and isolated the area to preserve the evidence. To preserve the evidence. This may include arresting suspect and obtain every evidence that you can get in that building. So you have to ask yourself, after almost 1 year, when we know that the first 24-hour to 48-hour is the most critical in a crime scene investigation. So almost a year later, you know one come run false alarm pan we say then go in a SSL but take my computer. My Jamaican brothers and sisters who is at home and who living in the diaspora, that does not have any problem to do with the investigation. Because there is no way after almost a year any form of evidence should still left in that building. It does not make any sense. Garbage, bullshit, rubbish, nonsense. And we're not having it. We're not having it. The Financial Investigation Division was said them over there from January. What were they over there doing? If they're gonna lose evidence over there now, what were they over there doing? And what them when they protect over there? So we as a taxpayers' money. A joke. A joke. Eh? We tell them say Tom drunk, but Tom no fool. If you want to know your friend, live on a roadside and farm junk. Andrew Holness and Nigel Clarke drunk you say. You have to know your beer tan before you go swallow pear seed, because you may not be able to shit it out. And it may kill you. So you never know say this one go in at the public domain so long. And we not let it go. Because it not go nowhere. Because people have to go to prison. You know? Yeah, man, people have to hold accountable and go to prison. The first 24 to 48 hours is one of the most important steps in a crime scene investigation, to gather all the intel and all the information that you can receive so that you can prosecute someone. You can prosecute someone and build a case. Anyway, my people, stay tuned to Aromatic Realistic TV. Like and share. Follow us over YouTube. We tell them, say, God and good road. No man is an island. No man stand alone. We tell them, say, if you treat your brother and your sister with respect. The respect where you look for Aromatic, you must have that same respect to give to someone else. The struggle is real. You can't get no realer than the past 7 going 8 years under this Andrew Holness, thieving, corrupted administration. You see what I mean? And the signature word, art to love, art to love, art to love, peace, out.
Nothing can be done about crime. The Labour Party don't share that. We believe that there is a lot that we can do to solve crime in this country. There is a lot that we can do to bring down murders in this country. There is a lot that we can do to make you safer in your house and in public spaces.